Okay guys, now that we are in the cockpit, let's just go straight into the procedure itself. Basically it's the same as any ILS that you would do, except that you need 2 autopilots instead of 1. You also need to have both same courses, in our case of 068, set on both sides. You need to have the same ILS frequencies, in our case it's 110.905, also on both sides, set on active. And apart from that, it's essentially just like any other ILS approach, apart from the fact that you actually do the landing part with the autopilot on. What is also worth mentioning is that we have a fail-passive system in our case, so we do not have the roll-off mode, which means that after touchdown we need to disengage the autopilot and maintain the runway centerline by, well, using manual methods. And for those of you who don't know, the fail-passive system basically means that in case of one autopilot failure, the other one disengages and the aircraft needs to be flown manually. So in case of one autopilot failure, we cannot do the auto land in our case. Okay, so now we are on a localizer intercept course for runway 07 right at Frankfurt. Currently we are at 148 knots, heading 100 at an altitude of 2,500 feet. And right now I will ask Lieutenant to set flaps 10, please.
Speed check, flaps 10.
Meanwhile, I will arm the approach mode and engage the second autopilot. And as we can see on the PFD, we have VOR locked and light slope on the FMA on. Now we wait for the localizer to be alive, which it is. And on the FMA, VOR localizer goes to active and the aircraft starts turning onto the final approach course. Still maintain altitude and wait for the glide slope to be alive, at which point I will ask Lucian to set the gear down and flaps 15. And I will set the speed brake accordingly.
Glide slope is alive?
Yep, glide slope alive, gear down.
Gear down, speed check, flaps 15.
Meanwhile, I arm the speed brake and Lucian sets the retractable landing lights, the taxi light, and the ignition start switches sequentially. Once we actually capture the glide slope, we will set flaps 30 and our VRF plus 5 knots for the actual landing. Captured. We'll set the flaps to 30, please.
Speed check, flaps 30.
And we set the ref plus 5. And
132 set.
132 set. And 5,000 feet on the MCP for the go on altitude.
5,000 set.
At this point, we can do the landing checklist.
So landing checklist, start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Is armed.
Landing gear.
Down 3 green.
Flaps.
Flaps 30, green light.
Landing checklist completed.
Landing checklist completed.
So basically the first officer is flying the approach while the captain is looking outside for any visual reference, either with the approach light or with the runway itself. The first officer is flying up until the 50 feet when the captain will call out the decision either to go around or land. In case of the landing, he will take over the controls and execute the landing.
We just passed 1,500 feet, at which point the autopilot just did a self-test, and at about approximately 1,300 feet radio altitude on the FMA, we will be able to see that the flare mode is on.
Approach lights.
Check. And approaching 800 feet radio altitude is our last point at which we can engage the second autopilot, below which we would not be able to engage it and into the auto land.
So approaching the 500 feet radio, both captain and the first officer have to do the cross check on the radio altimeter and verify that the flare is armed. So 500 feet on the radio, flare is armed.
480 feet on the radio, flare is armed. At approximately 400 feet, the aircraft starts trimming itself up just in case of a go-around. And we continue on with the approach.
Plus 100.
Check.
Check.
Minimum.
Land.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake is up. First normal. After touchdown, you can disengage the autopilot and maintain the we are slowly accelerating to 60 knots, at which point we
Yes, let's go. B320, turn right heading 070. B320, your speed is increasing. Check auto thrust is engaged. On the front panel, check auto thrust and engage it. Auto thrust. B320. We are on the localizer. I do suggest full heading, fly heading. B320. You need to engage auto thrust. You see on front panel, auto thrust. And now I just suggest put levers to climb. Thrust levers you can put to climb. A320, I hear the warning. You can cancel the warning. Press red lights. Do you see the red light in front of you? You can press this button. Because you have overspeed, you need to control your speed, maintain altitude, and put levers, thrust levers to climb. On your right, on the pedestal, we have thrust levers. Yes, we can put thrust levers to climb. Well done. Now maintain 4,000 feet, climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Now you are maintaining 7,000. You need to descend slightly and maintain 4,000 feet. You are descending very steep, so I suggest reduce the vertical speed. I suggest you turn left heading 070. You can select heading 070 and fly directives. Just to make life easy, I do suggest you can engage autopilot.
What should I do?
You engage auto thrust. Above the auto thrust, there is two autopilots. You can press and engage one of them. Did you engage it? Well done. Your speed is decreasing, so I do suggest select flaps 1 on the pedestal on the right. Yeah. You can select flaps 1. Can you fly to the left heading 070? You just turn and push the heading knob. Pull heading knob. And select heading 070. Now you are descending, check your vertical speed. You just selected the heading, so on the same panel, slightly to the right, there is a vertical speed knob. Vertical speed shows minus 1500. You select vertical speed 0. Now you are on the baseline. Do you see the airport on your left?
Yes,
I will give you long final, so at the moment, continue present heading. Your speed is quite low. Please select speed 190. Select speed on the same panel. Select speed 190. Push. It will be managed. If you pull, it will be selected. So pull and select 190. Just pull and select 190. Now we're gonna make the ILS approach. Don't press it now. Don't press the approach button now, but just locate it. Do you see approach button? Now you turn left heading 300, select heading 300 and pull. To the left heading 300. You are turning right. I suggest you turn left heading 300. Now you are approaching the ILS and localizer and the light slope. So I do suggest put flaps 2. And select speed 160. Select and pull speed 160. Is the speed decreasing? Select and pull. Don't push, pull. Now you can arm the approach, push approach button. Do you see the on the FU glide slope localizer blue? On the screen in front of you, on the top of the screen, do you see glide slope and localizer in blue color?
Yes, I see.
How much fuel do you have? So the fuel is indicated on the, you have 2 screens on your right, and the fuel should be FOB. Do you see? There are indications about the engine parameters, and above the flap indication there is information about the fuel. Confirm it has fuel 4,600 kilograms. Now you are on the localizer. Do you see the lock star indication on your PFD, the screen in front of you, on the top? The line on the top should be lock star. Confirm. So I do suggest for you to make autoland. For this reason, you engage the second autopilot. Put autopilot on. Do you see the light on autopilot 1?
Yes.
Well done. So I suggest to put flap 3. And you are on the glide slope. Confirm on the PFD, the screen in front of you, on the top, glide slope star in the box. The screen in front of you, glide slope. It's 1000. To be stabilized, select flaps full for landing. You are perfectly on the localizer and on the glide slope. Well done. Remember, upon touchdown, you need to put thrust to idle. 500. The big levers on your right. Do you see the thrust levers? 400. 300. 200. And remember, After the touchdown, you need to press the pedals to brake. Now you can put thrust to idle.
30, 20, 10, restart.
Now you press the brakes, and maintain. Well done. Now you press the brakes and keep it. On the pedestal, just behind of you, there is a parking brake. You can set the parking brakes on. Just maintain